And I have to deal with this. And I have to deal with the psychological damage the cops did of abusing me like they did.
They did.
We
Those
saw the
cops
video. We
were
saw
so
it.
nice.
They called you a fucking ambulance.
We like the meanest person in the whole entire situation besides you was the ambulance driver who snickered. I almost said it the other way. Who snickered. God damn it. Who snickered.
Good job, Billy. Good job.
God.
Yes,
when they said that they had to put you in the back, like, her face was priceless. She was the second meanest person besides you.
She thought she was going to get eaten.
And I have so much I have to mentally deal with. And I know you do, Vaughn, that arguing with idiots over the internet is the last thing you should do for your mental health when you're dealing with so much.
That's
why I don't do
away, my boys.
That's why I don't do it.
Right. That's why you don't do it.
Then just step back and change directions. I can't handle the hater nation on YouTube either.
That's right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hater nation.
It.
I think she means us.
That's a phrase used by like the fat girl community, like the Charlie Golds and like
Fatty Gold.
Fatty Gold, like all the centers of that nature. They use that phrase. So if there's someone in her chat using that phrase, that's not a fan of hers.
Well, if it's
Shout
spelled
out
correctly,
to
you
all
can tell.
the fatties.
If it's spelled correctly, you can tell it's not Faith.
That's true. Yeah.
Thanks,
right
Rev.
now, I'm waiting
nuts.
on papers,
Wait.
intake papers. That's all I'm waiting for right now. And, you know, I have to go and put sign the intake papers, which is a whole stack of fucking papers.
Oh my
That's all
god.
I'm waiting for before I get
You
the
know,
help that I need.
it's so fortunate that you have a job that fucking Oh, wait. You don't work. Shut the fuck up and get your shit done. If you don't get your shit done and you don't work, you are useless.
You know why she doesn't want to? She has to put out certain information in order to get certain programs, and I don't think she probably wants to divulge maybe whether it's income or because if you put in for programs, they want to know how much you make.
Yeah, $0. It's not hard math to
No,
do.
but I mean, how much they have how much they have in the bank is what I mean.
Yeah,
Oh, so they
of
actually
her
have
money,
to spend money.
$0.
They're going to have to spend money on something that's not Torrid Halls and DoorDash. Is that
Right.
I mean, you guys, you know this bitch is collecting welfare, right?
Saka!
I mean, like, there's no the reason why her and Rev aren't officially married,
Right.
Is because she wouldn't be able to collect fucking benefits then, fucking government aid for fucking sitting in her ass and doing fuck all day. That's the only reason.
I believe it.
Yeah, gotta love it when you vote against your own self-interest. That's awesome.
Welcome back from the sea.
Yeah, we were tracking Shani off the coast of Oregon for a few weeks, but
I miss Oregon.
We really need to learn, like, as humanity, that drama and pointing fingers and trying to label someone as a bad guy is very counterproductive.
Shani, you're a
and it
horrible
does
piece of
nothing
shit.
but hurt people. It's
except for
hurt
Nancy
you,
Pelosi.
it's
Fuck that
hurt
bitch.
me, it's
That's
hurt
true.
everyone.
That bitch Carol Baskin.
You know, I've just seen way too much, and I'm not willing to risk myself anymore for anyone.
Except for
'Cause I
cheap Pringles
can't.
cans.
I have nothing left to give anyone anymore. I don't.
Yeah, we know.
I barely have energy to get up and walk to the toilet now.
I hate you.
Oh, geez. What's next?
I mean, in all fairness, that is the next step. You know, that's like she's gonna get to she's gonna balloon out one of these days, and she's not gonna be able to make it to the bathroom door. And yeah,
I really can't wait until like Dr. Now is just a salty Persian man in front of her.
I gotta shit. Rev, get the bucket.
God.
Baby, can you help me wipe?
Well,
I wasn't looking at the screen. I thought
she can't wipe by herself now. She can't. I mean, I don't think it's physically possible for her to wipe her own ass. So Rev's probably got to help her.
Why do you think Rev eats her out?
That's true. And the bathwater
gasping for air just to go to the toilet, and the toilet's literally like 7 feet away from me.
That is not a toilet. That is a studio room. Call it what it is. I'm just standing up for you.
I mean,
Rev.
just be fucking honest. Just be honest. Like, listen, like the reason why you can't walk 7 feet is you're fucking fat, and I'm not just fucking fat, like morbidly fucking obese. Just be honest with yourself.
It's the fibro.
You know what the first fucking step is to like to helping, you know, to helping deal with this is you got to get off your fat ass and walk 20 feet, and then tomorrow try for 40.
And now she has MS too, so don't forget that.
Oh, Duncan Atheism, aka Darth Dawkins, is in the chat.
Oh.
Why?
No, it's not him. No, he's too busy trying to find the guy who his ex-wife was fucking.
Please tell me, Darth.
Oh, I thought he was too busy trying to figure out why his kids won't answer his phone calls.
Hey, Darth, I do this fun thing where I interview weirdos from the internet that have been around for a while, who are very unimportant, but for some reason people find it slightly important on the internet. If you ever want to do that, set it up with Frank, and I can interview. Hopefully, you last longer than Nephilim Free. I don't know who you are. You seem like a twat. All right.
Do we want to take bets to see whose dick is shorter, Darth Dawkins or Rev's?
Oh, don't make me.
They
answer
both
hard
lose.
questions. Wait, flaccid or hard?
Hard. Absolutely hard. That's probably why.
I bet DD's got some floppage.
Yeah.
Send me the link now. I will come on.
I think Rev wins by the
Send him
piercing.
the link. What? Someone send him the link. Ooh, I want to see this.
Wait, does he want to come on?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah?
God.
Does anyone have contact and anyone who's willing to drop?
I can drop this. I want to see.
I gotta go spend time with my family again.
Just order him DoorDash. You'll be fine. And if Drag, if you have contact with him, can you send him a link?
No, Sam, don't drop. Please don't.
Just put it out in the live.
I'm
chat.
not gonna drop. Why would I drop?
I thought you said something about that.
That would be Sokka.
Oh, sorry, Sokka. Please don't.
The other Canadian.
Oh.
I'm not Canadian. Wait, I'm not Canadian.
Prove it.
I wasn't born in Canada. Do I need to get my American passport? Is that what needs to happen right now?
A very wise person told me that Canada was in America.
No, that's
told
you,
you that?
and you're not wise.
It was G-Man arguing with Gus Boulanger.
Yeah, America is part of Canada.
Yep.
Yeah, G-Man also thought he had
Billy,
the flu.
I hope you get him in here. You're gonna love it.
Am I? Because I heard we had a video of his at the beginning where he was like a Darth Maul like Dawkins, and he just kept on yelling at someone because like their second language might be English while talking shit to someone that probably speaks more languages than he does, which is kind of fucking ironic.
He's from New Jersey. There's no probably.
Oh my God, he's fucking from New Jersey.
Oh, you didn't know that about him?
Oh, please tell me you're from Jersey, because Jersey's a shithole.
Come to Jersey City. That's all I got to say.
There has to be some type of there's something, right? Like all the worst people in this weird community are from Jersey
Or Florida.
Or Kentucky.
Or Florida.
or Florida.
Or Kentucky, because we got Suplex and Vaughn.
Is Suplex that bad?
Kind of like in a sad short bus kind of way.
Yeah. There's always one.
So are you here?
What's up?
Black people do coke.
Oh, am I in?
Yeah. Who are you?
Okay.
And why should I care?
I didn't know this. Yeah, I'm Darth Dawkins.
Oh, okay. That's not impressive. Who's Darth Dawkins?
Obviously, you're using my screen name as clickbait.
I don't write it, and if we were using clickbait, we would use someone important.
Okay.
We literally watched one of your videos where you were attacking someone for speaking more languages than you.
Mm-hmm. I don't recall that I attacked people for speaking more languages.
You kept on asking him if his first language is English. Is his first language English? Is his first language? So that's something you do.
Yeah, well, that's sarcasm.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. If you think that's sarcasm, you need to look up what sarcasm means.
He's from New Jersey.
Oh, he's from Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's this show about? Are you guys atheists?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because there's no proof for your God.
Okay.
He had the script ready.
Okay. So, well, actually, we're all operating from a script. Okay.
No.
I'm not.
No.
No.
Yeah, actually, we are.
No.
Okay, no.
Well, would you like me to explain?
No,
to you
I
why?
don't. I don't want to hear your bullshit.
I want to hear why you don't have a good relationship with your family.
Okay. Well, I don't discuss my personal background.
Good, then get the fuck out, bitch.
If you want to talk with me about
hey, you want to piss off
my
Darth Dawkins? Over talking him.
I'll be glad.
If you really want to piss off Darth Dawkins, just keep over talking him.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Debating tactic is to overtalk people. I'm pretty sure
I do actually wonder, like, what does he think he's accomplishing? Because like Darth, like I understand that like maybe you feel some compunction based upon your faith to like debate people, but you do realize that like your tactics are not very convincing or effective, and they probably draw more people away from your argument.
You mean when I present the transcendental argument for God?
Oh, I just mean your general personal conduct. Like it's just, I mean, like, well, first off, like your arguments are generally not convincing, right?
Okay, what is my argument?
Just the sort of general presuppositional approach that you tend to take, unless you've changed it. Well, I don't really pay attention to what you do because, like, you know, I get to be an intellectual for a living, whereas I don't have to play one online.
Okay. Well, I would agree. I would agree with you to the extent that you say it's unconvincing, because when you're operating from personal mental autonomy, then the transcendental argument will be unconvincing, because in order to be convinced, you would have to relinquish your personal mental autonomy. So of course it's not convincing.
Why would I have to relinquish autonomy for an argument to convince me? Is this just this specific argument or arguments in general?
Well, are you familiar with the transcendental argument for God?
Well, I mean, answer my question. Like, can you clarify? Do you mean this specific argument or arguments in general?
Well, what was the question?
Okay, you just said that for me to accept your argument and to be convinced by your argument, I'd have to relinquish my autonomy. But is that a statement on this specific argument or arguments in general?
Yeah, that's a central principle within the transcendental argument. There's only two positions that one can hold to in existence. Either it's going to be the autonomy of God, or it's going to be the autonomy of the human being. And so in order to be convinced of the transcendental argument for God, you would have to abandon your own personal mental autonomy. So I'm not surprised that you wouldn't be convinced of it. Why
would I have to abandon my own personal mental autonomy?
Because if you don't, you'll be blinded to the truthfulness and the necessity of the existence of God.
Why?
Because when you hold to personal mental autonomy, by virtue of that position, you reason that your mind, unaided, can make a determination as to what the nature of reality is, whereupon you can place facts and interpret them.
Well, I don't think that my mind unaided is what's ascertaining what is correct about reality.
No, when I say unaided, I mean your mind being in submission to the revelation of God.
So basically what you're trying to say, I can parse this out. He's basically saying that his argument isn't convincing unless you already believe in God.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know why you're dressing it up in such fancy language.
That's
it doesn't
supposed to
make you sound more intelligent.
Well, the point is this: the transcendental argument It could be expressed in slightly different ways, but the point is that the God of the Bible is the necessary prerequisite, not only for all facts, but for human intelligibility, including the capacity to reason. Now, if you're still holding on to, can I finish?
Reasons. It's that because of reasons.
I mean, like, you're
finish?
just going off of a script here.
May
obviously.
I finish? No, I'm actually not, it's not a script.
I can help
per se.
you finish
I'm
later.
presenting to
I mean,
you.
I've heard you make this.
Well, you
exact
gentlemen
sentence.
tell me when you're done interrupting, and then I'll finish.
When you make a coherent point.
Yeah. I mean, this is called a conversation. I mean, I understand you don't leave your mother's basement. So,
Okay.
you know, generally those of us that do get outside,
Yeah.
you know, there's interchange and people will often interrupt in order, you know, not in an impolite way, but in order to clarify a point or make a joke or, you know, point out that you're getting off on a really weird tangent, because basically your whole thing is that your argument isn't convincing unless you already believe in God, in which case it's an absolutely pointless argument. Like, you're not accomplishing anything other than hearing your own voice.
Okay. Are you guys done interrupting me?
Did you actually
Probably
understand
not.
the point you just made?
Yeah, because at least two of you were cutting me off, making sound effects
just
while I was giving you an
that's
answer.
cool. So, did you actually understand the point that was just made?
I mean, if you just guys want to act like clowns, and there's no point
Did
in
you
me coming
understand the
on and
point that was
responding
just
to you.
I think this is a soundboard, actually.
Am I-
No, it's not a soundboard. It's live.
If this is a sound, it's pretty fucking good.
It's a pretty good
I'm
soundboard.
not surprised. I'm not surprised by this behavior, because this is typically what atheists do when they don't
This
want
is
to have
what
an intellectual
atheists
conversation.
do. They tell me
I mean, I've
every
made
time I try to
relevant.
speak,
I've
every
made
time I try
relevant
to speak,
intellectual
each one of you
points, such
overtalk
as
me.
pointing out that
Okay.
your language
So,
is
obviously-
clumsy and
MK.
There's no reason for me to take you guys seriously.
We don't
I
take
mean,
you
there's-
seriously to start with.
I'm
So-
not here to be taken seriously by you. I get taken seriously in my real life. So why would I care about what you think?
Bingo.
Like, isn't the burden on you to actually show that you're worthy of consideration rather than me just ab initio think that you're important?
Well, I'm trying to explain my position to you and clarify it, and every time I do, you overtalk me.
Point, Dawkins, is that why should any of us actually care what you think in the first place?
Yeah, we get it. James from Modern Day Debate had you on because, you know, you're lowsy. But this isn't Modern Day Debate, so we don't give a shit. We don't want to have you back on. We're not going to coddle your nutsack.
That's obvious. I guess if you guys did have the intellectual capability, you
No,
would
sorry.
actually.
No, you don't, because your premise is that you only have it if God is real, and if God is real, then you're an intellectual. But we don't believe he's real, therefore you're not an intellectual.
I mean, I have the intellectual capability to actually be employed for, you know, doing intellectual things, whereas, you know, you're not employed. So I don't really see what the point. Like, I don't see what this point is about trying to big brother me about how bigly smart you are, because, I mean, you're not going to win that one.
Look, he has to be a father figure to somebody.
God, it must suck being him. Like, how does it feel to have your family hate you? Is that a good
So,
feeling?
do you want to have a conversation about my views, or do you want this to be a roast?
Absolutely. I would love to learn how a person becomes a piece of shit like you.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys one more chance, and if you guys decide to act like fools, then I'll leave. Okay, well, thank you for your time, gentlemen. See you later.
I want my family to actually love me at some point.
You realize that this fucker probably Googles his own name, like, obsessively, in order to find the. There's no way he found this stream just randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he jerks off when he fucking.